Good morning. I'm still wondering if I've got the right things happening here. I have been pressing a few buttons. Good morning, Jennifer. Lovely to have you here. First in line on the YouTube now, and this is why I'm wondering if I've got the right thing happening, because I'm working in the space of my Soulpreneurs app and going live there as well. So it's actually interesting that it looks like I've got it set that I am, and yet it's not coming in on my iPad. So I'm just going to just double check whether things are working on my iPad. It's why I started a little bit early. So thank you for being here early. It's lovely to see. I'm not too sure whether I've actually got the connections set up properly. It's looking like I have. It's saying I'm alive, but it's just not coming. Oh, yeah, now it is. I just needed to refresh, I think. So wonderful. I've got the Facebook comments coming in now. That's great. So good morning, Michaela. I needed to have actually take a breath or two there. And you're on My Time TV? Yes, good. That's good. The usual places and spaces of YouTube, obviously, because Jennifer's here and I can put her comment up, and the Facebook profile, the Facebook page that are both rosboundy and the mytimetv.live. It should be there. And also I have it on my Soulpreneurs app. So I'll put a link in the comments for yesterday's. I think it was in the daily live stream that I put that link in there, the affiliate link or the link to the app, whichever one it is there if you want to try out the Soulpreneurs app, and then you can see this on there without the Facebook interruptions or YouTube, etc. It's a different little app, and I'm enjoying learning and using it. So I do have a Lenormand card group in there. So good morning to Karen. Lovely to see you here. I love the owl emojis, as you know. I love the owls. So good morning, Diane. Fun last night. Friday chat, well done. Oh, thank you. I have fun. I do actually enjoy doing that. Unfortunately, last week, gosh, was I tired. I was a bit tired last night too, but it was fun. It was fun. Just using Leanne's cards in her absence. It's fine. And it's wonderful to be here this morning. So I'm going to get into the cards now because I have got them set up ready. It is a little different again. As you know, being a weekend, it is Saturday morning, the 15th of October, and I'm Boundy Psychic Medium. For those who don't know me or haven't seen me before, I've been doing these daily live streams roughly without too many missed, at least for 3 years. It could be longer. I just haven't bothered looking before. What does 1918, not 1918, gee, that would be a long time. Before computers, I keep going back to this 19 something as far as the century goes. 2018, I started doing these as a 30-day challenge to do a live stream every day, at least. And I just didn't stop, and on and off. There's been a few occasions where I've missed, but so that's the basis of why I do these, how I started these daily Lenormand card spread readings, because I do it anyway for me. And I thought, well, why not share that with others? And you yourselves can connect in with and learn and grow from the same technique of connecting in with your psychic guides, your psychic senses, your spiritual guides. So do that now. Oh, it's been 4 years, has it? Oh, wow. Yep. It would be. Yeah, 2018. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's when I started. That's when I started subscribing to b.live, which is the platform I use, which is how you're seeing me in so many different places. Good morning, Kim, and not driving this morning, so you've got the day off. Let's hope. You've got a property that's on the market that's going to be selling, aren't you? Here we go over to the cards. Now tap in, connect with your guardian angels, your psychic, your spiritual guides in whatever way you need to. I thought I had this all lined up. I've obviously shifted it around a bit, unless the camera itself moved. Hey, look, it's all okay. Here's the different type of spread that I've got. Because it's a weekend, we do things just that little bit differently. So here we go with the Mystical Lenormand. I'm going to hold that one up just so that you can see it a bit easier. There we go. It's The Deck by Regina Elizabeth Fletcher and Mystical Lenormand. I think it's Fletcher. Oh, yes, it is, sort of. Fichter, Fiechter. It's not focusing. There it is. It's just focused. Regular. And it's a beautiful deck. As you can see, so much variety in what we can share as the different beautiful decks that are being produced. We can have we can have them all or only one or two. I've got a few decks now. So what we've got here, I'm just going to read them as a left and a right column, because if you can see, have a look at the way that with the way that Spirit placed the cards, the balance in the colours. We've got two dark colours on a diagonal and two light colours. So we've almost got that yin and yang happening already. So it's the card for the moon and the child. We've got the bouquet and the dog. Or we could read it as the moon and the bouquet and the child and the dog. It doesn't really matter. It's whichever way that you would like to place them together. I'll read them as I said, I'll do them in those two column feelings. And I had guidance to use the charms this morning. So there's the pile of charms and the one that was chosen this morning. Good morning, Shaz. Lovely to have you here too this morning. Yay. Now, here we go. And I've just got a shawl on because it's a little bit cold in here, but not enough to put on a jacket. So here we go. Moon energy is, I think we're coming into a bit, it's still on the waning moon, ready for a new moon next week, I think it is. So we're on that first quarter off or on. Anyway, whichever way you word it. But the moon energy is about nurturing and caring for, more often than not, others, but I'm feeling that this is being in that sense of self for these two cards, because we've got the child here at play in the garden. And when we actually look at that, we can see that the child in just going to place them a little bit closer so that I can sort of zoom in a little bit on them. I probably should have read them this way, but I can go on that. So there you can see with the moon energy, we've got as self, we can almost feel that energy of the shepherd is self, that in this instance, I'm feeling that nurturing. Yes, there's all these little different aspects of who we are in what our flock is. We are full, we're full of all of the different aspects, like the child us, the teenager us, the adult us, and all those little nuances in between of what we might be experiencing as part of our emotional field as we are moving through our day. And we've got all of this to keep an eye on, sort of, to really be that tender, loving care to self and nurturing and overseeing and almost not high control, but being able to bring that into our awareness throughout the day of which one is it that's actually active and needing that attention. That's what I'm feeling there. And here we've got with our child, as you can see, we've got so much activity there. We've got the dog in the garden, as well as the little pixies and fairies. You can see several of them. There's one flying in. There's almost the body, like you can see or sense that is another figure over there. It could be another playmate playing hide and seek. And another little pixie or fairy there offering the fruits. So it's all of that energy of laughter, joy, happiness, really having that wonderful time as that childlike time. And I do think that this is with ourself in this instance, okay? So as we're then moving across to the flowers, this beautiful bouquet, it's almost like this is floating. It is actually on, as you can see, it is actually on a tablecloth runner type of thing there, but it's just those beautiful flowers arranged so, well, it's almost perfectly. There almost seems to be a bit of symmetry, but not really, because they're not all in a row. They're not all pointing together in one space and place. There is a little bit of randomness with it as well, which almost echoes this here, that there's some randomness in how the sheep laying, and this is how the flowers are arranged. It's like it's bringing forward the creativity and artistry, but it's also with the flowers, it's that gift of recognition, acknowledgement, and thank you. Because with the bouquet, with the bunch of flowers, we can be gifted them just as that thank you, can't we? So it might be that that's what you could expect in your day to day as well, is a thank you. And here we have that gorgeous, unusual, weird-looking dog. Well, to me it is, because it's so big. And the ball that it's got there is almost transparent like a crystal ball. It's a magical dog in the way that its stance is there, its attitude. There's the crystal ball. It's got so much to share with us. And with dogs, we do know the unconditional love of a dog, the possibilities of that. When the love is shared, it really is that coming in together of what is, that connection. So that it can be on that. Here we've got the magic of the pyramid, as well as some candles and some other magic emblems. Look at that. And the flame, fire, is about creativity and burning up, with fire and our desire to have intention moving forward as well. And it's on this beautiful mat. So as we can see, all that's in this picture too, that we have this wonderful connection as well with what it is next to. The dog is next to the playing child. So it really is that connection all round in the cycle, almost the circlet of what we're looking at. Whoops. So here we are. I'm just going to put that up just a little bit more. So here we are with this, and I was told to use the charms, and it is the boat right in the center. So it's that being able to move around with fluidity and free motion almost. This one in essence it's not a sailing ship, it is a motor steam. It almost looks like it could be a paddle steamer with that thing on the side. I don't know if it is or not. Looking sideways at that clearly, it probably is a bit of a paddle steamer. So it's the different ways that we can maneuver and shift ourselves around what is our day to day, and the ability to choose what is next, to be able to move in between any of these cards for ourselves today. Okay, so here we are being able to choose. I'm feeling it is more about choices, being in that playful mode through our day, choosing that's our childlikeness, playfulness, tapping into the pixie fairy energy. Anything that we want to imagine can be possible, as we can see from the dog and the connection there into the garden and the playfulness. And here we've got a little bit of a serious dog, but he's looking. I do feel the energy of this in our, the unpredictability of what's in the crystal ball, what is in that forward movement of our future possibly. The energy of pyramids. No one really, 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 really knows what the pyramids, that shape, we've got a lot of science happens around that. Still, I think there's people studying pyramid energy and the vibrations and the energy. It really is that is sometimes unprovable. We move forward in trust, and I think that's where, with the boat or the ship, how we move around our day in our life is trusting and being thankful, grateful, appreciating. That's the beauty. And here we've got that with the garden as well, the child playing in the garden of beautiful flowers being brought in to appreciate in that more inside role. We've got it all. So even, at the night time, even spending that time in our sleep, that we can still learn and grow with that connection of the moon energies. So it's a wonderful spread. I feel it's a wonderful spread for us to contemplate today. So certainly do that. Now I'm just going to go back once I arrange I'm hoping that it works out, that I can arrange the camera just a little bit further so that you can see, and it's being a bit difficult. Here, let's see if I can do it that way. Pick 3 if you can see them. I'm going to try and get that closer. I might have to move me across to the other side. And I'll try and get this closer so that you can choose some of these. I didn't set this up properly, did I? Choose 3 of what you see more clearly in this pile of charms. And in the comments, write, later if you want to, or even right now, in the comments, write which 3 are standing out most clearly for you. And then it would be lovely if you can just explain the saxophone means this for me, or in whatever way that you'd like to explain how you feel as you're looking, or as these charms are actually choosing you. Which 3 would you choose? Now, I can probably spread them out a little bit further. In fact, I might just do that so that you can see them a little more clearly, because there is so many to choose from. And just as a little exercise, that's something a bit different for today. Okay. And I will shift the camera again in a minute, because I just want to make some of these a little more clear for you to see. Whoops, my big fat hand. I was trying to avoid the big fat hand, sorry. And they do tip themselves up and over occasionally. So there we go. There we go. I'll try and even bring some of them into a bit better alignment. So just pick out of those, it's the 3 that come to your focus more intently as you're looking at those. Whoops, no, I was just going to see if I could do that. This is the wonderful stuff about the eCam program. I have 2 live streaming programs that I really do enjoy using. So from that, there we go. So we've got, whoops, hang on, I've got to go back to this one. And Karen, it is a lovely spread. Thank you for that. And Joe, yes, it's a lovely deck. I like all the decks, the Lenormands. They're just so interesting. You can have as plain as a stick drawing if you want to, and it still has deep meaning. So the shell, the pentacle, and the scissors for Michaela. So you like the shape of the shells. The stars are blessings and scissors are practical. I love that. So as you're moving through your day, just have a little bit of a focus sometimes, at odd times. Just tune into, like, even if you just mark this as being around the 20-minute mark, pause the video, look at these charms again and choose a different 3. What is your eye going to at that particular moment that's giving you a little bit of message around what you're doing in that space? Okay, just a new little way of doing something a little different. So the scissors cut negativity, elephant is good luck, and the anchor is to stay grounded. That's a wonderful, wonderful little mini reading from you there, Diane. Thank you for sharing that, because this is what it's creating. Just a little itty bitty mini reading that has meaning for you in what you might be doing at that point in time. Okay, and Sandra, you've got the lollipop, the frog on the lily, and the lily pad, yeah, and the carriage. Oh, look, the lollipop really does connect in with that child in the playground today. And frogs are a symbol when you see them around, they are a symbol of a healthy environment. They're happy to be where they are. So the carriage is taking you different places. So whether it's in your imagination or through the day today, you're going to have fun times today, Sandra, in playing in that childlikeness, that sense of adventure. So go out and about today. Or if you really want to, it could even just mean spending some time in your imagination playfully with the frog on the lily pad, be reading a book or something that takes you worlds away, that's like that symbolism of the carriage for your imagination on what you would love to do in relaxing today, because the frog is relaxing. You get the drift of how that creation of story can be so easy, just from a pile of charms. So just a little combination there of the cards and the charms for today. Have a wonderful day. Be playful. Love what you're doing. Love and nurture self too within that space of you, inner space. Shine it out to the outer space, but you don't have to. Just enjoy being you. That's the message that I'm feeling most strongly from today. So keep moving forward in whatever way you need to in your day. I just love doing this and sharing it with you. Have those times of recognition of the beauty around you, the bouquet of flowers too. Don't forget that. So thank you from Diane. Lovely to be here. I do have some things I need to do. Number one is probably another coffee, but brekkie, haven't had breakfast yet. So it's wonderful. The things that we can do ad hoc, the things that we have on our schedules, in whatever way that you are moving through your day, know that it's the perfect pathway for you in whatever experience you have. The highs and lows of life is just part of that adventure of being alive and living a wonderful life. So thank you. We'll see you tomorrow around about the same time. Thank you, Sandra. Charm casting is a fabulous form of divination. I'm still learning with all the different ways that we share our castings and things like that in whatever way that Spirit's guiding us. So trust that you are on your right pathway with whatever way that you use yourself too, each and every one of you. I will leave it there because I have moved forward. Oh, it's past the usual 15 minutes I intended to be limiting myself to, but we're on a weekend. We don't really need to limit much at all, do we? We just enjoy. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.